Hello, it's your girl Elena. I'm here. I'm present. I'm alive. Thank God. Um, those are the only ones statements that I can make right now. Um, I I'm just in a season where I guess it's a resting period. Things are real calm, but the overthinking that I have grown to listen to all the time in my head is loud. Yet I found the volume button and I can mute it and turn it down. So my new dilemma has become, what do I do when I mute it and there's silence? And I have taken a lot of steps to put silence into my life. I was getting real stressed out, and I don't have a dog that I take care of anymore. I still have a daughter because she still cares for me and loves me, but I was not taking care of myself at all, and I was barely taking care of her. And that's the love of my life. Like, I needed to just get to a place where I could rest mentally and physically and not feel so overwhelmed by her. Because I was getting overwhelmed by all the responsibilities I had, and then not seeing myself take care of me was making me upset, and then not taking care of her properly was making me upset. Like, your girl was going through it. So I was trying to be vulnerable, and I needed help, and I asked my mom for help, and she was so willing and so receptive to give it to me. I was so grateful, you know? I still have that little bit of pain and twinge in my heart about, I guess, mom guilt, which is crazy. Um, but, I want to provide my best for my girl, and I just know I couldn't provide that with the state that I'm in now because I'm still growing, learning, changing, healing my childhood self. Um, I just needed to make a responsible decision, and I still pray that it's the best. I don't feel as anxious as I did when I first, um, sent her over to my mom's house. Because that first week I was lonely, I was regretting my decision, I was feeling not anxious. I was more relieved, honestly, but I was feeling like pressured by what I was imagining others' responses were going to be. Like, why'd you do this? Why did you do that? Why'd you give up? Like, no, I just had to tell myself I didn't give up. I'm actually giving in to helping myself. And I can't do everything on my own. And I have people around here who are willing and capable to help me. I just have to tap into that. I'm grateful to have that environment or to be able to have those options because not a lot of people have those options. And I don't want to give myself anxiety for choosing what I know is best for me. So I'm good. I've been learning and growing a lot more and taking hard choices and making hard choices for myself. Um, and it's just been helping me. I guess it's been helping me heal in a way. Like, my days are much more organized. I have more time to be intentional. I just have to be intentional now. I had to put that effort into dedicating time to each day, dedicating time to my physical appearance, dedicating time to my mental health and my emotional well-being and my spiritual growth. So, there's 5 things that you need to be concerned with: financial status, your mental health, your emotional well-being, your spiritual growth, and your physical. You have to be tapped into each one of these at least a little bit to grow all together as a person. That concept in itself is overwhelming. That concept in itself is something I just recently learned this year about tapping into each one consistently and about all the areas of life you need to involve yourself in. Because I've always been a girl like, oh yeah, I want to be fit, I want to be strong, I love God. I need God in my life. I need to assure our relationship. I want to take care of my physical appearance and look great like I do look. It's just knowing and being aware and having the capability to be, knowing and being aware and having the capability to be responsible are some things that are very hard for me to merge. And that just drives me crazy a little bit. It worries me just because I have plans for my life, yes, but I don't have direct intentional things like I need to make this move now. Just because I know time will change all things and I don't know everything about myself yet. So that makes me know that the plans I have for my future are vague. I don't know when I'll get to them. I don't know what I need to be prepared for them responsibly and ready. And I don't know that if I step into them now, will it be harder for me if I just waited and grew a little bit more, you know? So I'm just really at this place. I don't even know what it's called. I do know that this is a silent depression for the earth, or maybe just America. Let's just say that, I guess. I do know that income and inflation do not match at all. I do know that, people just really don't care about people as much, or they don't know how to care properly for people nowadays. And those are things that stress me out. Those are things that make me want to invest in hobbies that aren't beneficial for my growth. Hobbies that just kind of keep me stagnant. Just keep me happy. Keep me at peace. So all that awareness has been like great, groovy. I'm just trying to do more with it. So one thing that I'm trying to be more intentional on is really being receptive to who I am, slowing down my speech to really assure what I need to say and having it be clear instead of just trying to talk as fast as my brain goes and get all the words out so that everybody can hear what's going on in my head. Because sometimes I'll miss words or the communication will not be that clear because you always need to look over the rough draft. Okay? And mindset is definitely a draft when you get older because that's been a mindset that's grown over lifetime experiences, childhood, being stubborn. Those things need to be altered, put to the side when you're an adult so that you can be responsible. So that's just one thing I'm working on. And the second thing I'm working on is just not caring as much, like being carefree with my intentions. Like, it's not that deep. It's not that serious. It's not, you don't need to worry about it that nobody even paying attention to. And that really helps me have a lighthearted outlook on a lot of the things I want to invest in, those goals and hobbies I was talking about. Like, I am an artist, and it's taken me a long time to really affirm that for myself because of comparison. Yet, each day, I rise and I create. Each day, I feel healed by building something from my mind, from my thoughts, from my heart, from my words. So the second thing I'm really trying to be intentional on is just not caring as much and putting myself out there. And the way that I am really going to start by doing that is just by putting my weekly discussions on YouTube. I literally have millions of these videos of just me talking, me looking at myself, me seeing myself, me watching myself grow. And I love that. But they're not going to stay on these computers that I've had forever. I've experienced that. So sad. And I don't want to be afraid of not putting myself out there, because that's a desire I have for myself. And if I don't believe in putting myself out there in the way that I want, when it gonna happen? Who gonna do it? What's the worst that can happen? You know what I'm saying? So that is literally my first vlog that I'll be putting on YouTube, and I'm gonna continue to share past ones just so that you can see my mindset and follow me along as I grow if you want to. And I'm really excited about investing in myself in this way. And I'm very grateful to be at a place where there's no fear, there's no friction, but there's just a lot of force going in the right direction. Yeah, 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 yeah!